Good morning, everybody. This is Momin at Momin's Art, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the third class of the summer. And we have a beautiful day in Toronto, sunshine and nice, pleasant weather. So today, class, let me go quickly over what we will be dealing in today's class. So as you can see, I promised last week we're gonna do some florals, especially the rose. I did some before I start the class, and let me zoom in, and I will talk about a little bit some of the stuff because we need that some uh, like how to render, how to start something in the watercolor, right? And what is how to lift the colors, how to keep the say preserve the transparency, how to preserve the white of the paper. So these are the things you should know if you are really interested in working in the watercolor. So let me just remove this out of here, and I will discuss few things because today I'm assuming the class is for beginners and the intermediate. All right, so let me just go check everything is okay. Okay, live. Okay, working fine. All right, perfect. So now, what happened? The issue is it's not. I wouldn't say it's an issue, but a lot of people start working on the watercolor without knowing that what kind of uh, stuff they're dealing in. Like, let me. If I see that I draw these roses, right, just right now. I'm gonna do it another time. So I lift some colors, I put some initial washes, right? Then I create some depth into just by putting some dark colors, like the red color. Now, here the red color it can be go so much dark. Let me just put a little bit red color here so I can explain. These are the things I just want to discuss quickly because we're not gonna waste so much of a time here. Basically, I plan to show you how to prepare uh, a canvas board for the watercolor. Basically, I already primed one of the canvas board. I mean, a stretch canvas, and I'm gonna show you how to prime the canvas board so you can work instead of working on the paper. You can work on the canvas board, so you don't need to frame it. Basically, what happened when you are working with the on the paper, and you need to frame it, right? Like, unless otherwise you give it to someone, that person who wants to who does the framing. So that would be another like another challenge in watercolor. So because when you put a painting on the frame and you put a glass protection on the front, if you don't use the anti-reflective coating on it, it will reflect the light. So as soon as you go on the side, like you looking at your someone else's watercolor, your watercolor, what happened that will it will give you reflection, and then you can't see anything unless you go really in front of the painting, and then you start looking at like what is all the what type of painting is in there. So that these are the things that you can avoid it by working on the canvas board, or just a canvas. You don't need to do a very big scale, just try out a small, and you if you like it, you can go and prime your canvas, like big canvas, and you can do the watercolor on the canvas. So let's talk about let me come back to the red color we were talking about. So red color, see that I put some red color here, right? I put more red color. I'm grabbing from my, this is a very straight cadmium red. It's nothing special color, or just a straight cadmium red. So I keep putting a cadmium red over and over and over, but I don't get a dark color, right? That this is the darkest I can get. So there's a limitation for every pigment. There's a value. It can go up to so much dark, and then it will stop no matter how much you can put. I'll try. I can let this wash dry, and I can put another wash on it and try. It will go a little bit darker, but it you probably are accumulating lots of layers. So although you put a 10 layers, you still cannot get a dark color unless you get a little bit Payne's gray or lamp black. You put on your palette. You don't want to put any. Make sure that you are looking at the color, like what color are you mixing here, instead of just putting a dark color and you start putting on your painting. So what happened that if you put a too dark color, then you need to lift it up or something, you need to fix it, right? So now see, I put a little bit lamp black, and now I can get a nice beautiful dark red color. It's getting dark now. So that's how you make it dark. Or the other way around is you put a red color in your palette, right? And you put a little bit blue color, cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, French ultramarine, phthalo blue, whatever blue you have. If you need a dirty type of red color, then you use the cobalt blue, ultramarine, or French ultramarine. If you need a nice, beautiful, cool type of blue, I mean a purple color, a red purple color, so you need some kind of a like a Prussian blue. Let's say I have a Prussian blue here. I can put a see the beautiful, very cool type of purple color, which is the extension of the red. So basically, you are changing the consistency of the color. That's what happening basically. This is now see, it's kind of a little bit reddish purple color. So I like the. I said no, I need a more kind of a bluish purple color. So I take more Prussian blue and put in my palette, and I get a beautiful, see that I got a nice indigo type of purple color. So this is how you change the consistency of the colors. Like you don't need to just think about it like, okay, I have red color, where I'm gonna go from here now? I can't get it. I need some depth in my flowers. What I'm gonna do, right? So that's how you change the consistency of the color. And remember, if you let's say you have a dark color, right? I mean the green color. I have a sap green here. Let me just put sap green here. Someone asked me in the class in Toronto, and it was a very important question. So if you want to make the green darker, right, you don't want to put a Payne's gray in it. If you keep your green very fresh, you don't want unless otherwise you need you if you have a you need a green like a dirty type of green color, that's fine. You can put a little bit Payne's gray, and you can make it darker green with like a dirty type of green, because remember the paint lamp black is the has a little bit brown color in it. So what happened when I put a lamp black, that green color become a very dirty type of like a grayish brown color. So you don't want to do that. If you want to get a nice beautiful green color, then you what do you do? You put a blue color in it. We put a cobalt blue again. If you are you need a nice fresh green color, then you put a little bit Prussian blue in it. Put a Prussian blue, and it will get darker, but it will not gonna lose its vibrancy or something. So you put a little bit Prussian blue. Basically, Prussian blue, the phthalo blue, all these blue, lemon yellow, they have a little bit green shade in it, right? So as soon as you put a green shade, let's say I've used a lemon yellow, right? I have a little bit lemon yellow here. I put a beautiful, see that it gave me a nice, beautiful, like an olive green color by mixing all this. So that's how you work on the watercolor. A lot of people, they have a little bit challenge with this, and their painting get a little bit like out of color, or get a little bit dirty, muddy type of color, I would say. I there's no muddy color. Honestly, it's just a name. because it's kind of a bad name to that color. No color is a bad color. All colors are beautiful. So if I get a, let's say if I mix all three color, let's say I put a cobalt blue. Actually, it's become a class of the color mixing. Anyway, let's see a cobalt blue. I put a cadmium red, a little bit more cobalt blue. A ratio is very important, right? What are you try to get, right? So here, and then you go put some cadmium yellow in it. So see that it's kind of a dirty type of brown color, right? I would put more blue in it, more cobalt blue. Now I got a beautiful, beautiful, nice gray color right here. So mixing all these three colors, you get a beautiful gray color. If you need more like a brownish gray color, you put some red color in it. If you need like a yellow ochre type of blue color, I mean the gray color is right there. So put some yellow in it, and you got a beautiful, beautiful yellow ochre type of color. If you don't have a yellow ochre, you can mix your own yellow ochre here, and you can have your own gray here. If I put more blue in it, it will, let's say if I put more blue, I got a beautiful nice dark purple color, which you can use in the flowers. That's what you, this is basically, this is watercolor. And then you go clean your brush and put some little bit clean water at the edge of the wash. Then you can get a soft edge. You can get a graded wash. You can practice this also along with it. Don't leave it, don't let this wash go. Get this get a most out of this wash it, because this is your study, right? You practicing, and you checking, see what's going on. If I put more water, see, it will disappear at some point, it will be gone. So that's how you create the graded wash. If you want to learn how to get the hard edges, these are the hard edges. How to lift color: clean your brush, make sure your brush is very clean, very thirsty, very dry, and you can lift the color like that. You can lift it. You can make, you can go one more go. If you want very white, you need to bring out the white of the paper. You don't want to go too much. If you go too much, then you're gonna go and ruin the paper, right? So unless if you're using a like a 200 pound or 300 pound paper, then you probably won't get that, the paper will retain its quality. But soon as you put too much water and keep like keep lifting, like I'm doing it right now, right? Keep lifting it. So at certain point that paper will start deteriorating, and you gonna end up losing your painting. So there you go. I lift some more colors. Yeah, this is basically, you need to practice this. Practice, practice, practice. Here, create some green colors. How to change the consistency of the color. Like a red color, you need a more dark red color. Then how to get it right? Like you should ask yourself questions all the time. And this is here, lifting colors, and put some spatter on the wash and see what happened. You just go put some spatter on the wash and see what happens. See, it's creating a beautiful texture here. Now just put a spatter on that very unmature wash. Let me just zoom in. I will show you. Actually, I don't want to. I touch the camera and it will go a little bit. Let me zoom in. So there you go. See that beautiful texture coming, and here I spatter some water, and then you can lift some colors if you want. You can make it like an abstract type of watercolor, and same time you are training yourself also. What's going on with the watercolor? How much you can do? There is no limit in watercolor. You can do so much. You can bring some mixed media, dry media, like just bring some stuff in it. I'm gonna bring some water soluble pencil next week. I will show you how to create some texture with the water soluble pencil. So I guess today we're gonna keep it here, and let me just go further. We don't want to stuck here, otherwise The whole class will be for mixing colors and everything. Okay, let's put this away. I hope everybody understand what I did here. In a very short amount of time, you can do that too, and just learn and see what you can do. And I will show you how to do these flowers. Let me do the flowers quick. And what I did here, right? I didn't, sorry, I didn't record this session, but let me do it here quickly. So remember, I asked you to get a dagger brush if you can, half inch, 5 by 6, or whatever size you're comfortable. Get that dagger brush. What do? You put some, just vaguely put some mark, like an outline of the rose, like that. You don't need to be very precise here. Put the, just some mark, right? It show that something is there. Now I got a nice cadmium red, right? And let me just go clean it up more, a little bit more. And I'm gonna start lifting the colors because the wash is very in the initial stages. So I'm not. I don't want to wait too long because we need to cover some other stuff in the class also. So let's make sure the brush is very dry, and I'm working with my beautiful dagger brush, and I'm cutting it out. Turning the brush, using the brush is very important. So see that I work with the brush like this. I changing its direction by swinging the brush. See the impression of the flower is evolving, right? So you go with this type of you know here, and I'm gonna go put some here. I mean, like, you don't want to do too much, right? Otherwise it will start showing, and it will be look like a overworked type of watercolor. So here, let's get some more here. Let's lift some colors here too. Here. And now I got most of it, like, it's okay now. What I will do, I'm gonna go get the dark color, and then I will start putting, because I'm assuming the light is coming from here, right? So what happened? This petal on this side, it will cast some shadow on this one. So you want to create some depth into your on your watercolor, right? So here I will create some, because there's a cavity, right? There's a hole in that middle of the flower, so it will go here. It will be dark here, dark here. So you need to be a little bit careful here. I'm going to use some. So I'm basically, what I'm doing right now, I'm controlling the light. That's exactly this what I'm doing. My sketch is ready. I didn't sketch it. I just put a watercolor mark on the paper. You can do that. You can go, or you can just put this like this. You can put something like this very quickly, and you create from here. Or you can go with the very soft edges, and then you can create out of here also. That's another way of doing it. You can do from here also. Okay, let me finish this quickly, and I will go here also. By the time it will be dry a little bit. So here, flower rose is a little bit tricky because the rose has a lot of petals, and then you need to be a little bit careful when you're rendering that type of subject. So here, let's go. I don't want to go too harsh, right? Otherwise it'll be too much. I guess I leave it here. If I work, I can go over and over, right? You don't want to go there. You just want to learn how the things work in watercolor. Let me lift some more color. By mistake, I put a little bit dark color, which we don't want it. Yeah, lift some colors. Lift some colors here. Yeah. Where these petals are exposed to the light, you want to go and get the color off from there. If there's a light, less light is going, then you just go put some dark color and it create the depth into the painting. So there you go. So now I'm gonna go start lifting the colors here, right here. Let's lift the colors here. And, same flower with a different approach, right? Different way of rendering, painting. You can leave that. Now I'm gonna grab some dark color because we don't have time, right? I don't want to get. You can try later if you want. You can go have a coffee and work with this type of work. And there you go. It's coming slowly. Let's get some dark color because that the first layer I put it was the water dissipate and it get lighter. So let's get some more dark color here. Basically, we're working on second layer. That is what it is basically. Right. Let's lift some colors again. Soon as you see that color too much, you put it, just lift it up. Let it go. Let the color go, and then create the depth into your painting. Yeah, lift some more color. I would need some more contrast in my painting. I'm not worry about this. I mean, like I create some softness in it too, right? By just leaving this the outer surface like more loose type of work, right? Let's lift some colors here also. We wanna get some more depth here. Now I'm gonna go here at the back. See the wash is drying, and then I'm getting a less chance to lift the colors here. So you just you don't want to rush, but you just go a little bit more quicker to get this done. And now I'm gonna grab some dirty color from the palette and start putting some dark value of the color. If you want, you can go grab some uh, lamp black, mix it up with and then you can put it here at the edge and bring some more contrast into your painting by just doing this. Create more contrast in your watercolor. Or you can go just grab some green color and then you start putting some like a leaves or something. Create a background, like which helps your painting. You just go grab some more, but you don't want to do too much, right? Otherwise, it will be too much overwork type of painting. So creating the boundaries, right? Like creating the outer boundaries of this work. And I will put one here quickly, maybe one here. It's very addictive, right? Like when you are working on that type of subject and it's getting it working for you. So then you go more and more. You said, okay, I want to put some more dark color. I need some more contrast, the leaves and all that, right? So here, just let it bleed, and I will put some cadmium yellow also, right? Let's get some punch out of the painting. That watercolor. There you go. So See that very short amount of time. If you put too much color, you said okay, too much water, you can lift it up because this is more kind of a loose type of work, so you don't need to worry about to lift the colors. Now your painting is ready. If you want, you can go put some more dark value in between and create more contrast to your painting, more depth into your painting. It's all up to you, like what type of painting do you like. If you want to go create more depth into it, okay. So this is what it is basically. Today I promised the flowers previous, and let's go jump onto the canvas board, and we're gonna do quickly because we don't have much time today. Already take up some time. Okay, so this is the basically that's a canvas. I gessoed it, and I have the watercolor gesso if somebody wants to know what it is. So this is the let me just go zoom in. Okay, here, there you go. This is a Canadian brand, and I bought it here a long time ago because I was trying everything, right? So this is my initial learning stages. I'm still learning, so but this is from very uh, kind of a yeah, when I started the watercolor was the second year or third year. So I said, why we can we it was there, but a lot of people they don't know about this product, right? So this is I already gessoed. I'm gonna do a demo here. I will show you how to render on this, but meantime I will go and prime. See that I have this board, right? Canvas board. So you go, you put. Let me take the paper off from here. So I don't want to do ruin my paper. So see the canvas board is there. I will spray some water, a little bit water, so I can have the surface a little bit wet, right? You don't want to go too much water because otherwise what happen, it will that canvas board sometime if you're using a kind of a little bit cheaper version, it will start buckling up because it's all kind of a not a very good material and behind the this canvas. So see that I put some water. It give me a little bit ease up. I'm ease up with that wash, right? That I'm working with the wash. See that already I can see that it's soaking in. So we don't want to get this. I get this gesso on my brush. You need a very stiff brush. This is a don't worry, this is not my regular house painting brush. Trust me, a lot of people said, oh, this is a house. It's not. It's just my I do when I do a large canvassing, I use this for background and foreground. If I need to cover more, this brush is the best. So here, let's go put it. Let's put it. You see that it has a little bit coarse material in there. So what happened because of the this is a cold press rough surface. That's what it make your canvas. Cold press and rough surface. So you if you don't need that the rigid like a rough surface, you can put some more water, and you don't want to put too much gesso on it, so it will become you have to be careful because this is very stubborn. When it goes in the hand, it's hard to clean, so you have to be a little bit careful. Here, I'm gonna let it dry, and I will do a quick demo on this one too if I have time. Here, all right. So this pretty much done. If you don't like I said, if you don't like those grains and roughness of this gesso, you can just go keep going and push it out. And there you go. So it's done now. I'm gonna put the brush has to go back in the water. If you don't put this brush in the water, it will you're gonna lose your brush because this is so again, this is the gesso. You can get it if you're in Canada, you're in Toronto. You can get it. It's called Try Art Manufacturing Cold Press Watercolor Ground. Big jar. It goes long way. You can prime so many small canvases with this. I did maybe like 10 canvases already, so I still have a lot. I add some water to it. Was one time was drying up because I don't use it so much. Let's I'm gonna put this on the side. You can tell, right? Like there is some grains on it, and I will put this on the side so it will dry up. Let's clean my board. And so that was the gesso. I will do a quick demo of. We're gonna do a small demo of the trees again. So because since I start the classes, I never explain this process because this is for very absolute beginners, right? Like so, let's say, let me zoom out a little bit. So if you have a, you starting out a watercolor, right? You can get a block, or I would prefer that you get a board, a kind of a plastic board, right? And then you taped it on your paper on the board, right? And then you do the painting from there. So what happened? It allow you to get some borders on your artwork also, right? So you put the tape here. That's how you prepare your paper for the watercolor if you don't have the block or you don't have the other stuff, right? I mean, like other paper. I use a loose paper. This is a cold press, 100% cotton made by Fabriano, and this is my paper. I use it all the time, and you should do the same thing. Just stick with one paper. If you are starting it out in a watercolor, I would suggest please get a decent paper. Don't try to work on the sketchbooks or hot press paper. That will jeopardize your work. Trust me, it will jeopardize your work because you should know the chemistry of your colors and your paper. What is the drying time? How much water do you need? How much pigment do you need? Some paper, although you have a very good color, very vibrant color, it take all that pigment into the paper and painting become dull. So you make sure that you once you understand that how much pigment do you need. I use the Fabriano 120 pounds, so how much water I need, how much abuse this paper can take. So once you know the chemistry of the paper, then you can do like with closed eyes, like you know the paper, you know the pigment, how much water I can spill on paper. So those are the stuff you should understand. Stick with one brand of paper. Brushes you can use a different brushes. It all depends on you. I use Rosemary and Co brushes. I like their brushes. Right, I use it all the time. So for me, using these brushes, it's I found them online, and I like their brushes. So these brushes are the best. Anyway, I'm not recommending endorsing anybody. If you want, you can go and get these brushes from the online. And I guess there is this place in Canada also. You can get it online. So now, see that's how you prepare your paper. And if you want, you can get a spray bottle. You can spray bottle. You can spray the paper and get the paper ready. Once you spray, and it will soak up all the water, and then it will be ready for you to paint. Okay. So let's stop this. I did the rose demo. If you want, I can repeat that. Please leave it in a comment. If you want me to do the rose demo again next week, I will do it again. But let's take this off, and I will start working on the gesso canvas. Right. So let's. This is the most important. So I will do. I was planning to do the trees. We can do the trees, and we can do maybe a seascape also. So I will prefer. Let's go to the seascape. I have this old mix of purple. So I will just put one wash. I'm just creating the horizon line. All right. I'm creating the horizon line. I'm not doing anything special here. So I'll grab this my squirrel brush made by Rosemary and Co. And I think something went wrong. Let me refresh again. I guess something is not right. Let me just give me 1 second. Okay, all right. So it came back again. Camera got frozen. So here I'm gonna go grab some Prussian blue. Put some Prussian blue, working almost like a paper, almost like a paper, not exactly like a paper, but almost like a paper. It's still, I think I need to put uh, more gesso in it because it's still it's not soaking up the color and the water, which is okay, like I'm okay with that. I put some more water. See, it's not taking up so much water, so I need to put more thicker layer on this canvas right here, but it's fine, not bad. So I'll take some orange color, put it here. I guess I just let's take it off. That orange, what happened? The orange, mix it up with the Prussian blue and it becomes green color. You don't want to do that. Let's get the my paper towel. Let's take this off because too much color on the canvas. I'll spread a little bit here there. Let's bring it down. Graded wash from the top to bottom, right? And I will go put some yellow ochre type of color here in the foreground. So we're not gonna do a full flash kind of a demo. I'm just gonna keep it very simple to just to show you can do on the canvas also that watercolor, right? Here, let's get this out of here a little bit. And I will put some cobalt blue on sky also because too much Prussian blue, not good. So I mean, like just kind of a boring, right? So here, get this out of here. Let's soak my brush. Get some sepia color. I will just go get some sepia color mix with my cadmium yellow mix, and I will put some hills or something on the horizon line and get some feel of it, like a seascape, right? And get some cadmium orange. I'll put some cadmium orange just randomly here and there. And I will go grab the Prussian blue again, and I will go create this water. And faster you go, you get nice dry brush mark. You can create by just going very quickly, right? It works really good on the one side, right? If you go from here, then it might give you a little bit challenge. So you can do that also, but be careful. You don't want to do that because it just creates you a little bit challenge. And I will put some here also on this channel here, and this little bit color here, not mixing up with the yellow ochre mix I created here. Okay, I think that's enough. I don't want to do too much. All right, so here, okay, it's done. I can go grab some more sepia color. I can start creating some depth. I'm assuming the light is coming from here, so I will put some rocks and pebble, get some cadmium orange and sepia color mix, and I will create some rocks or something here, maybe here also. If you want, you can create some on the foreground, which I don't do that. I just keep it uh, plain as possible. Here, let's put some cadmium orange here on these hills. Let's put some here. I'm working on a wet into wet, right? So there's no, I'm not working on not waiting the layers to be dry because it just mixing up the colors right on the canvas. I mean, yeah, canvas, of course. And I will go grab some French ultramarine, and I will put some French ultramarine in the foreground because it's kind of boring, right? Like a brown color. So I will create some, put some French ultramarine here, there, there. If you want, you can make the peaks, but I wouldn't be worried about because this is it's showing the atmospheric perspective. So keep it loose, and it looks loose better because it give you a feeling of it is in the mid ground or kind of far. So you just don't want to do overwork on these mountains in the back, right here. I'll put some little bit edge at the water, like you can use the cadmium orange and just put a little bit cadmium orange. You don't want to put too much cadmium orange, otherwise it will show. So you just go a little bit careful here. Put some cadmium orange here on the foreground. Let's get some more cadmium orange right here. Okay, so that's almost done, almost there. And you, if you want, you can lift some colors if you want, or you can go and put some, like a boat or something here if you want. It's up to you. You can do that also. I can go, let me dry this wash because I need some dry surface to work on it. Let me see if my dryer is connected. Hopefully yeah, it is connected. So I will dry this painting. I think that's enough. And I will go grab my sepia color, right? We can create a boat here if you want. You can put a boat here, right? I'm assuming the light is coming from here, right? So let's get this boat done quickly. So how much time we have? Oh, we have time. So you can put a like a rural type of boats here. Get some cadmium orange. Very straight from the tube. I'm not mixing up because this canvas, like I said, I should put another layer on it because this is not absorbing the water, so it kind of acting like a more like a canvas. So although the gesso is there, but if you are working on this, you should put like at least two coats, so create the softness of the paper, and it will be then it will be work much better than what I'm a challenging. I have a challenge right now here, and the mass. I would put the mass here. Create the little bit more interest to the painting. That's rafters. I'm assuming that board is kind of a little bit leaning towards me. So let me zoom in. Actually, it just the canvas creating some grains because the screen, I guess, for me only. I guess you guys are okay. So here I put some ropes here. Let's get some water, and because it's a very dry brush, so Creating a, let's put a harness here on the shadow of the harness. More cadmium orange. Let me get the different type of, I have the two type of cadmium orange in my palette, so let's get the other one. Create some more contrast in this board. Let's put some more. So very undiluted because like I said, the canvas is not absorbing the too much color, so because of the less layer of the gesso, and but it's okay. Let's put a little bit cadmium orange on the mass also. Let's get some more watercolor here. All right, and let's get some cadmium red. Make a little bit flag here, and I will put a kind of a red line on the trim of this board also. Okay, clean my brush, and yeah, that's it. So let's get some. We have a little bit time. I'm gonna grab my white color, the famous white color. I have the titanium white. I use it all the time, as you know. So I can go and create some highlight in that painting. So I will go put some, get some straight from the jar, and I will get some little bit, like a more highlight, create some more depth into my painting. Put a little bit, put on the rope, maybe put in this side of the mask, and maybe on the trim of the board also a little bit, not too much. You don't want to do too much, otherwise it'll create a problem. And then I will put some birds here. Let's say if I can manage it. Yeah, is it dry, so I can put some birds here. Right, one here. Maybe let's put in the sky also. Dark is better when you are working on the dark. Dark is better, and the light would not work as good as if I put it here. Then you won't see unless I go and put some dark value underneath the wings. Then it will start showing. Otherwise, it won't show. So grouping is very important, as you know. I explained in my previous classes also. You don't want to go and overcrowd from one uh, thing and one subject. If you put too many, then it will be kind of a boring. It looks not a very good composition. So you have to be careful with the putting a lot of one subject in your painting, one color, one subject. It will dominate your painting and it doesn't look very good. Okay. So now we have a little bit more time. So I'm just working on creating some more. Let's put one more boat here. I don't want to overcrowd. Like I said, you can put another boat here. Let's put a mass here, rope here. That's just quickly, right? And you can do one more here. Is leaning towards us. You can do that also. Not, like I said, not too much, right? And you can create a little bit shallow, like a shadow in the water also. I guess I will wrap it up here. So this is what happened. This is how you work uh, with the canvas, with the gesso. If you want, you can order. You don't want to order the whole jar. Just get a small tube or something. Try out first. You don't want to get excited and you say, "Oh, this is a beautiful thing," and I want to try. And then you find out, "Oh, this is not for me," right? Like that, I don't like it. Then you end up, because you open the jar, and then you end up stuck with the supply, right? And which you don't need, and you probably end up maybe give it to someone, or it's up to you. But I suggest like get a smaller amount to get yourself tried it out, like what if you like it or not, right? If you like it, then then you can order more, right? You can go and then you start working on the bigger canvases. So this is what you have to do. That's okay. I hope, I think I'm gonna wrap it up quickly because I hope everybody enjoyed today's class, and I try my best. So last week, just a note, last week somebody shared the video and it helps the channel so much. And please, this is my request to everybody, if you guys can share uh, the videos to your local groups or by Gmail. I think somebody shared in the Gmail. So, and it really helped the channel. So please help me, and so I can create more videos, more very straightforward. No, like not a any product or whatever. I keep it my videos very simple, very informative, and that's what my goal is. That's how I learn. So I understand what is the what challenges are involved. So I came from, I spent like almost 10 years, and it's my passion to learn watercolor, and I'm still learning, right? Like you still learn. So uh, like I said, please subscribe the channel, bring more friends to the channel, and help the channel so we can have the channel going, and we I can create more exciting videos, more techniques, not just in a watercolor, maybe in other mediums also. Maybe we can go and which I promise that we're gonna do some acrylic also, which is very easy too. Like it almost like a watercolor is so much fun to work in acrylic also. So if you, yeah, so please do that, and hopefully you enjoyed today's class and tried it out. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can go back and you can still work with the watercolor, which is paper, and if you don't want to get, you know if you think it's too much for you, you don't want to do that. Just a variation, like what can be done with the watercolor. What else you can paint, and I will show you some more surfaces you can use for the watercolor also. And okay, so still we have some time. I can go and you know what? Let's put this video on the side. I mean, like the painting, and I will do a little bit more like a flowers, right? Like let's talk about, so flowers here again. This is what happened with this painting. Is it dry now? And it create a beautiful texture. You can do that also, right? Softness, and I did some initially here. I can do one more. Let's flip the page of my sketchbook. Let's do some more quickly so it give you a little bit refresher. So if you want to start the painting, I would always suggest that get some boundaries. If you're learning, that is a very good time. So you create a boundary for yourself, right? Restrict yourself somewhere on the paper. If you are working on the big scale, then you cannot visualize, worry how to compose your painting. So work small and learn, see where your the where you want to place the subject in your paper, right here. Put it here. Let's get some more cadmium red. I'm using a straight cadmium red. I'm not using any other colors or something. So you can work here, right? You can put your subject here, or you can put it here, or you can put it here, like whatever you think is better, and try it out, and then see what it looked like by placing the your subject in a different location. That will help you to render the bigger painting, right? Like once you understand on a smaller scale, if you do too much work and then it doesn't turns out good, then it will be a little bit challenge for you. So without going in a bigger scale painting, please just go learn the process first, and then you can go and work with the with a bigger painting. That is fine, like and then you be more trained for the bigger painting, and you said, okay, I can do that. So please, yeah, you can do that also, not a problem. But be careful when you are starting it out and you're not familiar about the pigment, see how the pigment works. Then you need to be a little bit careful, go with the smaller scale painting, not too big. Okay, here, creating some depth into these roses. I put some wiggly, I put some let's mix some. I put dark color, the lamp black, which is not a good idea on the paper. I should mix it up. You can do that also, but it depends what type of colors are you using, right? Let's get some dark color. I'm creating, basically I'm controlling the light now, right? I'm controlling the light in these roses, and creating some depth into my painting, lifting colors. Make sure your brush is very soaked. If your brush is not soaked, then you are creating some problems for yourself. So here, let's lift some more colors. Let's create some more depth here. The harder the brush is, better to lift the colors, right? Like, unless what stage of the wash is. If the wash is very uh, uh, like in the initial stages, not dry yet, then you can lift the color with any soft brushes also. But if once the wash is dry, then you might end up getting some kind of hard, like acrylic brushes or something. So for lifting the colors, here let's put some dark, create some more depth, some red color. Mix it. If you put too much dark, then you can introduce the red color and create that, clean that, the dark color, right? Yeah. Let me just lift some colors here, create some more depth into this flower. Maybe here, maybe here. Dark color, when you lift the color, it shows right away. So dark colors are it's up to you. If some people, they don't like the dark color, they like the soft color in their painting. And yeah, you're basically you creating these folds in these flowers, like those when the flower evolve. So that what happening basically. This is the folds are you creating. Let me put another petal here underneath of this petal, creating more drama into my flowers. Get some red. How much time we have? Okay, we still have 2 minutes, so I can render easily. Here, let's get some lamp black. Make it. I can use. You know what? I will just use Prussian blue. Forget about the lamp black. Lamp black is make it work artwork a little bit dirty. So anytime you put any color against the light color, then it create like some kind of a uneven surface. So if you're working on this type of work, you should know how to create the uneven surface before you go and start working on. A lot of people, they have problems, the challenges, because they are working on they don't know how to create the surface, uneven surface, and they start working on this. The paintings are flat, like there's no depth, no unevenness on their painting. So because they don't know how to create the depth into your painting, in their painting. Let's lift some color with this rose also. I want to get some more out of here. Let's push this dark color here, and let's get some leaves or green color or something, like let's get some, or maybe here another one. I don't want to overdo this. Let's get some dark green color. So I would just use French ultramarine with the green color, and I get a beautiful uh, dark green color. Let's put some more, put it, and you get more dark green color in. Controlling the light, creating the depth, make sure painting is composed properly. This is all these things, and the washes and all that. Like you need to understand how to create these washes and keep it your painting fresh, nice looking painting. So this is what is all about, right? If you know the process, then it will be very enjoyable, and you can create a lot of beautiful work in very short amount of time, because the watercolor is the best medium to study your other before you go to the other medium. That it give you a chance to learn how to work with this with any other medium. It's just not the watercolor. Any other medium, this will train you to work with any other medium. Let's create, because this is my focal point. So although I like, my favorite is this one, to be honest with you, and this one is good too. So, but I like this one. This flower looks really good. It turns out very good. So let's put some dark value for this stump, and I will go break it down. This one, create some depth. I have some purple color, so might as well use it. And let's create some more depth into the leaves, and that's it. So see that it take maybe, I believe I was it 10 minutes, I would say. And then you can go create some, get some Prussian blue or something, and you can put some, a little bit, cut it out, like create some more drama to your painting. Just put a little bit Prussian blue, nice, beautiful blue, or you can leave it, right? You don't need to put, or maybe a cadmium yellow, put a cadmium yellow, create more interest, more, like put some cadmium yellow if you want. It's all up to you how busy do you want to see your painting. If I like to keep it very simple, and I wouldn't be worried about too much about the this type of background and everything. I would keep it simple as possible. So learn how to control the light, how to compose your painting, proportion, the washes, how to lift the colors, how to create the depth into your painting. These are more important than these background and texture and all that. But and controlling the light to create the depth into your painting. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up the class. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully, I mean, like, enjoy the class today, and you learn something. And we will do some more stuff, more trees next week on the canvas board quickly, which I gessoed already, and I spilled some. I'm gonna put another layer on it, on the gesso, and we'll see how it works, right? So, okay, thank you so much, and please, like I said, subscribe the channel. If possibly, share the video, so that helps a lot. And thank you so much. And let me wrap it up. The Thank you so much. Have a good day.